Good morning traders, welcome to TradeSetup and the morning Jumpstart for the 21st of September. Flat night overnight as everyone was geared up and looking towards the US Fed Reserve monetary policy meeting minutes. The meeting kicked off last night and they're due to, I think it's 4 a.m. this morning Sydney time, they're due to release news on the interest rates, where everyone will be sifting through Yellen's speech for likely scenarios on interest rate rises, probably potentially in November or December they may be expected. So that's really going to buoy the markets if news is quite positive. Anyway, let's look at how the market unfolded last night. We had the SPY futures closed down 9 points, S&P futures closed down just 2 points, FTSE futures closed up 26 points, and the DAX followed up 35 points. Gold finished up 40 cents for the session. Oil finished up 14 cents for the session. The CRB index finished up 1.34 points, and the Aussie is trading around 75.53. Looking at the daily chart on the ASX 200 here, we can see that support is holding up at 51.58, and that's the daily trend higher. We've projected that leg down, which came to around this zone here, around 52 to 52.15. We did spike through that, punch through that down to support at 51.58, so that's really shown that's a good sign that everything's holding up here. We've taken out that 52.93 level just recently over the last few days. We do look like we're potentially just breaking out of that downtrend. We're just starting to break out as of yesterday and overnight. We could potentially roll over and build a higher low, and we're probably around the 52.40 for example. If we hold up there and start pushing higher again, that's a really good sign. Something like this type of price action where we bounced up, that was a lot more volatile obviously. Did bounce up hard and we produced that higher low here, and that produced the next leg up to 5600. So we could be looking at something like that to take us up to 54.33, potentially back up towards 5600, but we'll just have to see how that goes over the next few days and weeks. Drilling down to the 30-minute chart in the ASX 200, we can see that consolidation in the last few sessions between 53.08 up here and a lower support at 52.65. We built that higher low at 52.80. That's a very good sign that the price could push higher and wants to go higher. It is subdued because of the meeting, the US Fed Reserve meeting. So that's due out obviously 4 o'clock, we said this morning. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and what the market does from there. But it does look like the price structure looks like it wants to go higher. It's in oversold territory. We could contract lower today, but I am expecting to see the market build a higher low, pretty much above 52.80. Roughly where, we don't know. Could be around the 52.90 to 95 zone to build a higher low, really to project into the night session tonight and continue on through those highs of 53.08. Looking at the Aussie dollar, again a subdued market overnight. We did push up from that higher low at the 74.80 zone, pushed up to 75.66, retested that zone, which we've done a few times overnight. But we can see during the session the market's just really contracted. We've held that support at 75.31, so it'll be interesting to see which way that goes. I'm looking towards a break of 55.66 if they don't raise rates tonight, which is highly expected. It'll probably be factored in, but we might get some selling into US dollar, which should push the Aussie back up through 75.66 to higher levels. We'll see what plays out tonight. Okay, this is an alert we'll be looking at today, obviously on RAP. This is the daily chart here. Entry alert was around 42, and markets have pushed high to 40 through 47. We're taking a partial exit around that zone above 47. Happy to do that just to lock in some gains, but price is still looking quite strong, and we've got a projected target zone of 55, and that's just that leg up from 20 up to 47. Just measure that out and project it out from the lows of 27, which takes us to 55 cents. So that's our target area here. We'll just see how that goes when we get up there. Obviously be raising those exit level. We've got the exit roughly around the 36 mark now, but we'll be looking to raise that today. But we'll see what the price action brings us. It could be again a subdued day on the ASX, just looking towards what happens early hours of this morning in the US. That's it for today. We'll speak to you again tomorrow.